Live from the home of the commissioners, it is Mitch's Marlboro Talk. Well, what do we have here, boys? Requested Marlboro Talk. Didn't get one preseason. Actually made one, but didn't really didn't like it. It felt forced. It might have been funny, but I just didn't want to do it. I do feel like doing one now. We want to congratulate a first-time champion in our league. Someone who's really put in a lot of time, effort, heartbreak. Probably my favorite member of this entire league. A model citizen, model husband. And that would be me, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow, some way, through it all, Mr. 7-7, Mr. 500 broke through. Beat the Dastardly Dans and Rootin' Robs at the same time, if you think of it that way. Rob did draft Dan's team. One swing of the axe took them both out in the finals, so it was a beautiful day. It would be Matt and Craig along the way in the playoffs. On my road to redemption, I had to take them both out, take all three of you out, take Rob out in the middle of it, and just, go on my way and have myself finally what I've been working for. It's funny, I never felt so in unison with our league. It seemed like everybody was pulling for me, except for Rob and Dan, obviously. It was good. It was a good time. I think it all started from the beginning of the year, when me and Neil were butting heads and doing our Vince McMahon, Steve Austin thing. And you know what? I think it fueled my fire. I think it kind of brought me where I needed to be. So thank you, Neil. Thank you to everybody in the league that's pulled for me, pulled against me. Doesn't care, because I got it. I got the ring. I got the championship. You can never take it from me, just like my degree from the University of South Carolina. Now, how did I do it? That's the big question, right? A lot of mental warfare, a lot of defense played by me specifically, not necessarily my team defense, but my defense sitting there. I wasn't even pulling for my guys so much that I just wanted your guys to fuck up. And I thought when Dak threw that 90-yard touchdown that my powers had gone. I thought Dan was going to win. Dan thought Dan was going to win because Dan didn't even want to negotiate prices. Say, hey, Bullet. And payouts, and that's fine. I mean, he definitely had the better team, but that's not how it worked. It was some voodoo, some Carcosa, a little throwback to True Detective. And, we had reverse jinxes left and right. Chris told me the day before the championship game that I had to believe. I truly believe that not believing is what got me here. I just had to, anytime anybody said, "Oh, you looking good," I'd just say, "No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this week." Dan's got a better team. It's just not going to happen. And somehow it happened. I never still have had a prosperous trade. I traded Jimmy G for Adam Thielen about halfway through the season with Pat, because Pat's the only person that's willing to make trades in this league. And it didn't really help either of us. I think Jimmy G got hurt the next week, had to go to the hospital, and Thielen didn't catch another touchdown the rest of the year. So that didn't really help, but I still put him in my final lineup because, as I told Pat, I think it was a cosmic way for my team to have good juju. My MVPs this year, at the beginning of the year, was the Cowboys defense. I had to go away from those guys because towards the end of the year, they started getting exposed. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, the sun god. I mean, my guy, Brock, Tober, Purdy, Derek fucking Carr. I mean, if y'all look at my scores, that was my most consistent, productive person throughout the playoffs other than Amon-Ra. And I got him off the waivers. Somebody dropped him because he pissed him off because it's Derek Carr and he has those games. But when he can put it together, you get 20, and that's what he did for me. And I loved it. Even though T-Swift tried her best, she couldn't stop fate. Travis Kelce, he didn't do much for me, especially during the playoffs. But you know what? We just kept on keeping on. And sorry, Swifties. I also want to shout out to my late championship day signee. I wouldn't have done it without you. I couldn't have done it without you. And I wanted you to be on my team if and when we got the championship. So thanks for not retiring, Adrian Peterson. And you'll forever and always be a champion of the Commissioners. So be looking forward to a championship ring, maybe. It's funny. I didn't even really feel that emotional when it happened. I wanted it, but it was more of like a sigh of relief. My watch has ended, in the words of Jon Snow. I'm looking forward to next season. Don't get me wrong, but now I just want it. I don't need it anymore. I want it, and maybe I suck forever, but that's okay. I mean, I don't need it anymore. I've got one, and that's just all I've looked for. A little, draft news. I just want to show you guys where Draft HQ is going to be next year. We got this beautiful couch for everybody. We could probably fit 2 or 3 people. There's a table that'll hold, 4 people. We're going to walk down the hallway. Just kidding. We don't have a hallway here. There's the bedroom. So maybe 1 or 2 people could cuddle up in there. And then there's the shitter and the kitchen. So I think we could fit 12 guys in there, guys. Especially if we all show up. I mean, why wouldn't we get everybody in here? But all joking aside, it's obviously not going to be here because I think the floor might collapse if we had 12 of us big boys wolfing down barbecue. But for all the fathers out there who have said stuff to me, next year it won't be at Lake Kiwi. As fun as Lake Kiwi is, we'll do that so that everybody can just, get in, get out if you want to, but we'll figure something out. I'll talk to the people with houses. Must be nice. Maybe look at like a random location, like a restaurant or like a room, some kind of, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We got a lot of time. And right now I'm more focused on just taking this victory lap than I am about next year. It wasn't about the money, obviously. But I'm damn sure glad Dan didn't want to negotiate. He said, why would you get, $450 and I get $600? Because he was going to win, right? Well, thanks, Dan. That paid for this shithole's rent for a month or 2. We kept it simple this season in the Commissioners. The start sits, we didn't have a lot of those because my team wasn't that great beyond the starters. So, it's easy when you only have a few guys to pick from. Especially, you take Joe Burrow first round, Travis Kelce second round, J.K. Dobbins is the first running back I took. I don't know. I've had way better teams. I mean, my team last year that didn't make the playoffs was a better team than this, but that's not how it always works. It's about luck. And for once in my life, I got fucking lucky. Good things do happen to good people and apparently bad people, which is a wonderful thing because I thought for sure I was never going to win this. I thought I've just done too many horrible things in my life, and I guess it didn't matter. All I really have to pull for, boys, is this team, the Commissioners, and the Coots. So God knows this was my only chance of getting some championship gold, especially come in football. Because them Coots, we ain't no good. We're a AAA team. Everybody comes to us and then wants to go play for somebody else because none of you guys want to give money to the NIL. I won't either. That's not how I like to do things. I'd rather our school that has tons of money just do it. And, maybe we're just never going to be there. And that's okay because I don't care anymore. I've won. I've got to win. 1 win under my belt. Other than, the Scott Wingos 2 championships while I was in college. But God, that feels like a fucking lifetime ago. But the monkey's off my back, I can watch the Coots now and not give a damn, I just want to make a few shout outs, to the haters, which there are many. To all the people that were pulling for me. Love you guys. Even though that might be why I lose, I feel like sometimes is when people are like, oh, we feel bad for Mitch. He runs the league and I wish he'd win, Boo. Well, thank God. Shout out to my wife who's gained like a gambling addiction on DraftKings because I make her watch 7 hours of commercial-free football every Sunday, not to mention the 3 hours of commercial football after and the Monday night game and the Thursday night game. So shout out to her for hanging in there, and that's why I'll do just about anything she wants me to do for the rest of the year. December 31st, 2023. I mean, that could be a top 10, top 5 day in my life. I just sat there in awe. It was never a buzzer beater or nail biter, really. It just kind of, Dan never scored points, and I did, and never really, never even gave up over 100 points the entire playoffs. It was just pure mental defense, using the force. And that's just how it worked, man. A lot of fist pumps, a lot of clapping, a lot of hoots and hollers, but no tears. It was just shock, honestly. I'm numb. I got no emotion, really. I just try to act like I've been here before, but I haven't. I'm here. I am here now, though, boys. I'm here now. I'm honored also to be the first team ever in our league not drafted by the owner. I guess you could also count the year Dan auto-drafted as not drafting his own team. But this one was, literally drafted by another person. And Dan, you can say you drafted 80% of your team, but I was there. I know what happened. And there must be a God to keep you from winning this championship, because you did not deserve it this year. Maybe next year if you actually show up and do a draft. But we'll probably schedule it on your wedding day just for fuck's sake, I also want to make a unilateral change. Just I won. I'm feeling power hungry, and I'm just gonna say it right now. We're not doing the draft board next year. Maybe if I can figure out a way to do it electronically, but Blaine pointed out to me last year, it took us 2 hours just to pick names out. Like, you knew who you're drafting, then the clock starts, then it took 2 hours for you to find the name and slap it on the board. We got better time, better things to do with our time as far as fellowship than just slapping names on a board. So maybe I'll figure out a way to do it off a computer or something like that. Probably will need a guru like Rob, but be prepared to bring devices next year, because it's just not, it's 3.5 hour draft. We don't need that. I also want to crowdsource. So, sound off in the comments, like and subscribe. But should I get a banner to hang from the ceiling? I mean, something cool like that, a ring, or maybe like a Stanley Cup size trophy. Maybe it's time to upgrade the Golden Stripper now that I won and I just want to. But no, we still got room on that. But there's going to be something a little better than those little rinky-dink $10 trophies I give the champions every year that they can keep forever. That's for sure. I've never. Hey! No. We are live. We don't do that. Okay, you gotta chill. We're doing it live. Okay. I've never been what you'd call a winner before. It feels pretty nice. Men want to be me. Women want to be with me. Maybe men want to be with me too. But, winning's a sweet cologne. Hutch. There's not going to be a victory parade, but we do need like a good old-fashioned happy hour soon. That way I can revel in my victory and just kind of rub it in. Bullet, I swear to God. For old time's sake, I'm going to bust something out. If it's not me next year winning again, I hope it's Rob or Temple, somebody new, or not. Maybe now that I'm a winner, I don't want you guys to join. But, since this is Mitch's Marlboro Talk and we're all, here to celebrate my championship, figured might as well light up a victory ciggy. So if you'll follow me to the porch, we'll finish up out there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess, guys, I do have a porch, so there's probably 2 spots for other people out here, so that'd be wonderful. Oh, they taste terrible now. I don't even enjoy them anymore. Honestly, they're not even good. They're all right. So finally, I love you all. Big shout out to God. You see what God did to me? Positive and negative energy, the force, everything, all the pain that led to this. Forever and always, your 2023 fantasy football champion. I look forward to handing myself the trophy come August. I don't even know how to smoke them anymore, boys. But before I go, I want to leave you with a little quote from the late great Scott Hall of WWF, WCW fame, and a little bit from Tony Montana. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last. But the bad guys do. So say goodnight to the bad guy. Love you all. Champion out.